state media is accused of censorship, but TTT claims technical difficulties. One man killed, a woman sexually assaulted during Juve celebrations. Police commissioner claims gang violence has spilled over into Carnival.
And in sport, TNT's bobsled team shows grit and speed at Milano Cortina Winter Olympics.
Drama in Dimanche Gras as the broadcast suddenly went silent during former Calypso monarch Elon Francis's performance of his song Don't Forget. Now state broadcaster TTT is apologizing for its audio issues, and the government is flatly denying any interference with the broadcast.
You could rewrite a bill like this also, but don't forget, this is Trinidad.
This was the moment viewers were reaching for the remote or refreshing their feeds. Silence with little explanation, leading the public to believe the audio was cut deliberately because of the song's lyrics. Then this video started circulating of the live stream of WAC 90.1 FM.
Yes, we are live on WAC. So we are down to I am not going to repeat that. I did it loud and clear, but I'm not going to repeat it. Just know that WAC 90.1 FM is where calypsos are played.
It led former Prime Minister Stuart Young to take to Facebook, alleging censorship, suppressing free speech, and continuing dangerous signs of dictatorship since taking office. TTT would later explain the disruption was caused by a system failure, and engineers restored the signal around 10:45 p.m. Minister Barry Padarath also denied any interference.
We give them the benefit of the doubt, but there was no attempt by the government to stymie the voices or to suppress the voices of the artists.
And Francis would eventually placed 6th in the competition, but in a brief interview with The Guardian, he says he's still not entirely convinced by TTT's explanation. And in a social media post, Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar said Calypso does not need censorship, arguing that political agendas and divisive content over the years have driven audiences away. She praised Terry Lyons and Young Brother for revitalizing the art form, urging citizens to focus on Lyons' win rather than chasing conspiracies. And that brings us to tonight's People Say question, where we ask Calypso lovers if they are satisfied with TTT's explanation about the audio drop being just a glitch.
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPL.
You see everybody just you looking for excuses and things. Yeah, I ain't not doing that.
No, darling, they mute the boy because he was singing bad thing about them. They mute him. They're very nasty and stink.
If that was done on that night, I believe it would have been intentional.
I support TTT. I figure if TTT was a technical, it was a technical.
I thought it was actually being muted, but I thought it was because he was actually singing against the party who is in power right now.
I find it very coincidental that it was a technical difficulty, right? In my opinion, I think it was censorship.
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPL.
And despite the controversy on air and online, patrons at the Queen's Park Savannah enjoyed an entertaining Dimanche Gras show where Terry Lyons won the 2026 Calypso Monarch. Curtis Eustace captured his 11th King of Carnival title, while Roxanne Omalo secured her 3rd consecutive Queen of Carnival crown. Che Tikasing and Otto Carrington bring you the highlights.
The night was charged with anticipation at the Queen's Park Savannah for the Dimanche Gras show, as many gathered to witness who would claim the 2026 Calypso Monarch crown. This year brought a new twist, as it was also a tribute to the mighty sparrow Dr. Slinger Francisco. The show kicked off sharply at 7 p.m. with the Queens of Carnival taking center stage. A total of 10 queens competed for the crown, dazzling the crowd. The color, glitz and spectacle, simply breathtaking. But each portrayal carried a deeper meaning, offering more than just feast for the eyes. As the new format continued, the Calypso Monarch competition kicked off with 12 Calypsonians vying for the 2026 crown, along with a prize of $1 million and a brand new vehicle. Hitting the stage early was Desire O'Connor with his sound cast them away. followed by crowd favorite Young Brother performing The Messenger. Rivaldo London made his mark, and veteran Ricky Jai delivered his classic Don't Spoil My Name. Terry Lyons captivated the crowd with a performance Blessing. Reigning monarch Helon Francis returned with his 2026 entry Don't Forget, with Karine Ashe, the Calypso Princess, performing Nobody Wins Until. The competition proved to be a stiff battle filled with incredible talent before culminating into the portrayals of the Kings of Carnival. A total of 10 Kings of Carnival graced the Queen's Park Savannah stage, adding grandeur to an unforgettable night. Then it was the time the entire country and Queen's Park Savannah was waiting for. The results. Taking center stage with the results was Culture Minister Michelle Benjamin with NCC, TUCO and TTCBA directors. In the Queen's competition, in third place Savitri Holasi, and second place Cherry Ann Valerie of Entourage, and the Queen for the third consecutive year was Roxanne Omalo with a portrayal Dark Skies. After winning the crown, Omalo told us she was elated, her first year playing with her new band, Paparazzi.
And this man above don't sleep. So, I mean, thank you to the Paparazzi team and to the Eustace family for coming at me and inviting me to play with them. Well done to the designers, and happy Carnival. 3 in a row, hat trick.
Then it was on to the King of Carnival, a tie for third place, Rup Narayan Rampasad of Nexus and Ravi Lakan of Entourage, and taking the title for the 11th time was Curtis Eustace of Tribe with Spirits of Demare. Both costumes was designed by his brother Marcus Eustace. Curtis, however, was disappointed in the way prizes were given to the kings and queens of Carnival.
You know, to be quite honest, as I have a little disappointed tonight, you know, going on the stage. Last year we got a car, there was no car. Up to now, I don't know what my prize money is. And another thing is that, you know, if you guys check it, we didn't even get a trophy to hold.
The result the entire audience and country was waiting for was the Calypso Monarch, with anticipation at its highest. Coming in third place, Ricky Jai, second place, Rivaldo London, and crowd favorite Terry Lyons with Blessing earned her a second crown since 2020. The Monarch used the opportunity to share some lines from a Calypso, flanked by her son. She was still registering the win.
I'm not a competitive person, but I like to use this forum in order to have a show. You know, a little mini 8 minutes concert, and that is what I love to do. So I am very happy. Big up to my team, my sponsors, friends, family.
Otto Carrington, CNC3 News.
And police were kept busy this carnival Monday as a 19-year-old man was stabbed to death and 2 others shot in separate incidents during Juve celebrations in Port of Spain. Carnival Gold Commander DCP Suzette Martin confirmed that Jaden Roof of Laventil was stabbed at the corner of De Vertai Street and Arpita Avenue. He was taken to the Port of Spain General Hospital, where he later died. In a separate incident at Mucurapa Road and Damien Street, 2 men ages 20 and 24 were shot. Both were hospitalized and listed in stable condition. Police arrested a man on Tragreach Road for engaging in non-consensual sexual act with a reveler during Juve celebrations. And in a statement a short while ago, Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara denied the fatal stabbings and shootings were related to Carnival. He said they appeared to be a spillover from gang-related violence. And there were 2 fatal accidents, one in Canaan, Tobago, where a motorcyclist crashed into a car, and another on the Audrey Jeffers Highway. In Port of Spain, the police commissioner urged caution on the roads. The government may once again approach the opposition and independent bench for support to pass the Zone of Special Operations bill, as Minister Barry Padarath says he is leading by example by nominating his own constituency, Couva South, as a potential zone. Speaking with CNC3 News today, Padarath said public safety remains a priority, and after Carnival, the government will return to discussions in an effort to secure support for what he described as effective changes.
We cannot continue to just sit down and complain. You must come up with effective strategies, and therefore we are saying give it a try. Give it a try in terms of the different zones. I'll tell you, that double murder that occurred with that young child being covered by her mother having been murdered, happened in my own constituency. And therefore, I want to say to the Prime Minister, Prime Minister, if you decide to bring back the zone bill, I want Couva South to be a zone.
Still to come in the news, Monday mass off to a solid start as thousands of masqueraders take to the streets, sparking a bit of a debate over costumes.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry, premier insurance coverage for less.
Recession have you down? Don't lose hope. Head on down to Tire Clinic for the recession deals. Big savings with our road hazard warranty on Dunlop 2021 Falcon tires. Available at Tire Clinic, Cuba, Chaguanas, and Pleasant Park. Tire Clinic, a tire for every need. Call 636-8973 or 636-2958.
Folks, take a look at all these medical conditions. What does it have in common? This, ITIS. But what does ITIS really mean?
The suffix itis denotes inflammation of a specified organ or tissue.
ITIS really means inflammation. How do we combat chronic inflammation? Through lifestyle changes. Then, and only then, make sure you're getting enough omega-3 fatty acids.
Always consult a qualified medical professional before starting any supplements.
Just got your CXC or CAPE results? Then start your degree today at CTS College and choose from many of our pathways in business management, business administration, human resource management, marketing, finance, management information systems, computer engineering, computing and information systems. Full and partial scholarships are available. CTS College, where education is beyond academics.
Welcome to Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Do enjoy, Stacey. You want some coffee?
Can I have the bill?
Perfect, then.
That's exactly what we need.
Hey, the pool is this way.
Whatever you're here for, we're here for you. Stay smart at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
When carnival starts and quality start to matter, everybody know where they head. Food basket marketplace, fresh meat, right produce, everything looking right. The whole store full of carnival colors bright. Wholesale retail, we serving you clean with quality products and the best prices you see. Everything from Arima straight down to Goldview, Chamfleurs and Chaguanas, we waiting for you. Where quality meets the right price for carnival too. Come once, come twice, see why people coming back. Family friendly service, shopping made easy with prices that make sense this carnival. Food basket marketplace, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right this carnival time.
Back. Today's revelry began with color, humor, and a dash of picong as masqueraders for this year's Juve King and Queen competition ensured their voices were heard. But amidst the celebration this year's winner is urging more to be done to attract spectators and participants alike. Shane Superville and Dimitri Tikasing have this story.
Under the cover of darkness, participants in this year's Juve King and Queen competition arrived on South Quay in the capital with costumes and props in hand for the annual spectacle. And these masqueraders took aim at everything from local politicians to taxes and even world leaders as they had their say on current events. Port of Spain Mayor Chino Allen said he saw firsthand the number of revelers entering the city.
People from Port of Spain are very, very keen on Juve.
so that as I made my way down here, I saw several people walking to meet whichever Juve band they're participating with. So we continue to do the work to improve the product that we offer for Downtown Carnival.
But while Juve may have attracted the crowds, returning King Richard Montano laments that the interest in traditional mass has taken a hit. Montano, who earned the top spot with political satire in UNC Running Decon 3, suggests that a larger cash prize be given to attract more participants.
The interest into old mass now is not as before, as long ago, but it can get better with a little more organization of, I would say, prize money and that type of thing will create a draw of more people coming to play old mass.
In her winning performance, Juve Queen Laverne Smith took a jab at traffic fines and penalties with her presentation, stirring laughter from the crowd. Smith, who won the title in 2024 and 2025, says her presentation was inspired by her studies when she decided to repeat CXC Social Studies alongside her granddaughter last year.
I'm an orphan. I didn't have any mother or father, so I wasn't able to finish school. And my granddaughter did pretty well, and then she said, Mama, you know what, you helped me to do it, and I think you can do it too. Just come do it. And I went with her and did it. So we both passed.
Even as the first rays of sunlight crept over the horizon, the party wasn't over for the masqueraders, who kept grooving.
And while this leg of the revelry may be over, the excitement and fun is yet to come. Shane Superville, CNC3 News.
Love that, Shane. All right, San Fernando Carnival may have been shorted $200,000 this year, but masqueraders became living brushes, splashing the city's gray canvas with paint, mud, and powder. In the Southern Dawn, Juve bloomed across the asphalt as bands poured onto Coffee Street, Superior Street, and along the Rienzi Curtin Highway. Young and old took to the road, turning the second city into a moving mural of color and rhythm. 18 bands competed despite the absence of prize money. Mayor Robert Parris said the celebration was proof that San Fernando could deliver a carnival product equal to any in the country. He insisted the funding cut would not define the festival, but instead sharpen its resolve.
I advocated from the last government that 700,000 wasn't enough, and I said this time 500 isn't enough, but we want to prove a point. We wanted to show the world that San Fernando is where you ought to be, and we want to show the world that we do have a very good carnival product.
And over in Tobago, revelers embraced the morning sun. Let's take a look. Chaguanas saw a strong contention of revelers. The first band to cross the newly minted stage was Color My Fantasies, Old is Gold. And Chaguanas saw a strong contention of revelers. The first band to cross the newly minted stage was Color My Fantasies, Old is Gold. Followed by Juve Junkies Ramage, Juve Jumbies Red Army, and Eye Candy with the jab of Spirit of Juve, which was the largest band to cross the stage. The Chaguanas deputy mayor said the event was incident-free. Police said the crowd reached 6,000 people at its peak on Monday. And the most frequently asked question on the Queen's Park Savannah stage today was, where are the bands? As of 4:30 p.m., security, patrons, and even food vendors were worried about the low number of bands that had crossed the stage. By that time, the only large band to cross was Paparazzi Carnival, while K2K Alliance and Partners, along with Exucia Mass, were the only medium bands to cross. One National Carnival Commission official, who asked not to be named, said she has been working the Savannah stage for years and described this year as the most uneventful she's ever seen. She explained that given the history of the festival, this is the first time she's seen bands taking hours to come to the stage and not taking hours to cross the stage. The NCC official said that something should be put in place so that bands must come to the Queen's Park Savannah.
It have no band. We now leave from City Gate, round Piccadilly Street, come up Frederick Street, onto Shannon Street. It have no band in the next 5 hours.
Well, remember you had Juve and people who had a nap and stuff, you know, so sometimes that's what after, you know. Have patience. That's the key. Patience is virtue. And last year and years before, it was better. Maybe because, you know, different changes and, you know.
Yeah, when I came in here, I was expecting a line of people to come in. It was easy driving in. So it really amazed me to know.
But what do you think could be possibly causing that?
Just too much. They enjoyed Juve too much. They extended the set. And, you know, I'm good. I eat in Royal Castle.
As is often said, Carnival is woman, and thousands of women tasted the sweet creative freedom of Carnival on Monday. But the type of masks and clothing on display didn't appeal to all. What does the future of Carnival hold? Maybe more skin, more fabric?
While mass caters for all, most would agree that the spectacle that is Carnival is dominated by women. So while the bands crossed the South Key judging point on Monday, those in the stands and those on the streets paid close attention to the costumes on display. And debates of bikini and beads raged on.
It was better before as far as I'm concerned. Now it's only bikini. March now, it's bikini, we like Brazil. All you have now is a set of people and the more beer they get in and the more beer and the more beer. But what could we tell the youth on them?
You're supposed to upkeep your culture and you know, people who really are good wire benders and things like that, it kind of lose. So you don't have nothing for them, you kind of like cast them out. No, we keep our culture.
Opinions vary depending on age. But even some of the younger masqueraders believed that there was a need to preserve traditional costumes.
To be honest, a little more fabric never hurt nobody. But at the end of the day, things change and they evolve, and there's still that cultural space for the people who want to enjoy that. Honestly, the evolution of mass needs to happen for it to be retained. So this is an example of mass retention, because this is not the traditional baby doll. It is baby doll, but it's different. It's changed so that persons can get more into it. They can like it better, because things can't stay the same forever.
So more bikini or more beads, or just more mass? Joshua Simongal, CNC3 News.
And in South Trinidad, the energy was vibrant despite small numbers. 12 bands registered for this year's parade, bringing color, music, and movement to the streets. Some masqueraders were in full costume, filling the route with rhythm and creativity. Spectator turnout was lower than expected, and masqueraders... But despite the absence of judging this year, the mass continued in all its glory. All right, coming up in sport, Australia...
Welcome to the Socodrome 2026. Now, a lot of you have questions about the new setup, but don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's go. New location, but same settings, same vibes. Now, Carnival is all about the people, so we're building bleachers just for spectators and our Carnival lovers. We've built bleachers for all of our patrons that are safe and covered. Now, we know Socodrome is one of the most popular venues for Carnival Tuesday, so everyone can't fit in. We are gonna have ample seating for everyone on this level, and it goes all the way around. And as you can see, it's an amazing view of the stage. Now, this is a view, but an even better view on Carnival Tuesday. So, as you can see, same Socadrome, different location, but same vibes, same settings. Masqueraders and patrons, we've got you covered.
Trinidad, the season of wins is here at Passat's The Food King and Bright Ideas. One season, many chances, big wins. From premium Leroy chocolates to Moet champagne and fine wines to booming sound systems, fully loaded coolers, and even 50-inch smart TVs. Here's how you can enter to win. For every $300 spent at Passat's The Food King or Bright Ideas, you receive one entry form, fill it out, and drop it in the entry box. Weekly Carnival Cooler Line draws every Saturday and one massive grand finale. The season of wins ends on February 26th and the grand carnival draw on Saturday, February 28th. Shop, enter, and win in the season of wins.
Quality value, that's our way. A real Passat, we're here to stay. The Food King Passat.
Dress like you mean business. At The Working Woman, we bring you stylish, professional looks made for the modern woman. From casual to formal workwear, we've got your professional wardrobe covered.
Folks, take a look at all these medical conditions. What does it have in common? This, ITIS. But what does ITIS really mean?
The suffix itis denotes inflammation of a specified organ or tissue.
ITIS really means inflammation. How do we combat chronic inflammation? Through lifestyle changes. Then, and only then, make sure you're getting enough omega-3 fatty acids.
Always consult a qualified medical professional before starting any supplements.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance, but we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, Endeavour Chaguanas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon.
Jump Up Therapy with Astamin is here this carnival season because you know the road don't be easy. Astamin helps support energy, stamina, and recovery so you can go fet to fet and still be jumping up on the road. Make sure to power up with Astamin this carnival season. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Pain. So it's like I have no pain since using Omega XL.
For those who try Omega XL and they say it didn't work, try it again.
Remember, you deserve the best. Choose Omega XL.
Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung, and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
All right, in cricket news, Sri Lanka progressed to the Super 8 of the T20 World Cup when they beat Australia by 2 wickets at Pallekele today. The win did not only send the co-hosts to the Super 8, but as Ian Wason explains, it also left the Australian Super 8 chances hanging by a thread.
Australia the win put Sri Lanka into the Super 8, but Australia are in problems. Zimbabwe need to win one match either against Ireland or Sri Lanka to advance ahead of the Aussies. Ian Wason, CNC3 Sport.
Let's take another break. We'll be right back.
Big up Paria. Love all your bad. Big up Paria.
what does music do for us? It teaches us, it heals, it gives us a voice, it gives us identity. And so today at this National Schools Panorama 2026, we will see, we will hear that truth brought to life through the sound of the Stick Man.
It's always an amazing feeling to know that the boys enjoy what they are doing. On the stage, those boys gave me everything that I wanted in that performance. Everything that I asked them to do, they did it and they executed in fine style. It was an awesome experience, right?
I feel happy because the pan is something that I love. Playing the G seconds is like you're having inspiration, you have all this happiness and bubbles inside you, and the vibes of this pan and the energy, it's fantastic.
They all came together to execute because they knew that they had a job to get done, and they did it.
At San Fernando Boys RC School, we hold the steel pan, the pan instrument, very near and dear to us because we were one of the only primary schools who would have really worked hard to build a pan theater.
I feel love, happiness.
I want to thank Paria Fuel Trading for really being our major stakeholder. We really see the steel pan instrument as very integral in the education of our boys.
Whether in the pan yard or in the classroom, students learn patience, they learn collaboration, they learn leadership and resilience. The Ministry of Education remains committed to expanding arts education, strengthening partnerships, and I see a contingency from Paria here today, and I want to thank them for their support.
Thank you, Paria, for sponsoring our band. Thank you, Paria, for helping sponsor this band.
Struggling with blood sugar swings, high blood pressure, or stiff joints? Take control with Aja Nutrition's powerful wellness trio. Berberine Plus supports healthy blood sugar. Blood pressure support helps keep your pressure in check. And Joint Aid keeps your joints moving so you can stay active every day. Don't wait, choose Aja Nutrition for trusted, effective solutions. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Feel better, move better, live better with Aja Nutrition.
Folks, take a look at all these medical conditions. What does it have in common? This, ITIS. But what does ITIS really mean?
The suffix itis denotes inflammation of a specified organ or tissue.
ITIS really means inflammation. How do we combat chronic inflammation? Through lifestyle changes. Then, and only then, make sure you're getting enough omega-3 fatty acids.
Always consult a qualified medical professional before starting any supplements.
As carnival festivities began, Hindus across the country observed the sacred occasion of Mahashivaratri. Prime Minister Kamala Persad marked the night by visiting 9 Hindu temples in her constituency, joining devotees in prayer from Sunday evening into early Monday morning, ending just around 2 a.m. Now, during her visits, she encouraged parents to instill strong values in their children and promoted education as a pathway out of poverty, describing the annual pilgrimage as part of her commitment to staying connected to the communities she serves. And there are renewed calls for a new fire station in the Princestown Moruga area after 3 homes were destroyed within a week. The latest fire occurred on Carnival Sunday in 5th Company Village, Moruga, just days after 76-year-old Bernadette Guerrero died when flames gutted her home about a mile away. In the most recent incident, Anthony Jacob, his wife, and their 12-year-old son were at church when they received a call around 1 p.m. that their house was on fire. Villagers rushed to help and tried to contain the blaze before firefighters arrived. Despite their efforts, the entire upper floor of the family's home was destroyed. Jacob's elderly parents, who live on the ground floor, were not injured. Now, while Jacob says he was fortunate that a fire tender was already in the Princestown area, he says they urgently need a fire station in the district.
At least, one should be done, completed, probably in the Princestown area or down in this area. So, by the time we take next 2-3 years, more house will, and God forbid, more house will be done. Because I personally, is that feeling to explain? You can't explain that feeling when you lost everything and you have to remain in here. That's your pants. This is pants and your slippers and.
While the family has sought temporary shelter by a relative, Jacob says he's not sure how to pick up the pieces of their lives as everything they owned was destroyed, including his son's school supplies. He's writing SEA this year. All right, now for a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. The Met Office says after a few brief pre-dawn and early morning showers, a generally fair, sunny, hazy, and at times breezy day is expected. A mild to moderate concentration of Saharan dust is present in the atmosphere, so sensitive persons are advised to take the necessary precautions. Now, tomorrow, the maximum temperature in Trinidad is 31 degrees, while Tobago will experience a high of 30 degrees Celsius. Seas are moderate with waves 2 meters in open waters and 1 meter in sheltered areas. And as we go, we leave you with some of the sights and sounds of today's celebrations.